Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be to you, my friends. This book by Alan Watts really opened my mind, brought some awareness into my life, shed some light on things that I was unaware of. It's called Out of Your Mind: Tricksters, Interdependence, and the Cosmic Game of Hide and Seek by Alan Watts. Let me read the back of the cover for you. In order to come to your senses, Alan Watts often said, you sometimes need to go out of your mind. Perhaps more than any other teacher in the West, this celebrated author, former Anglican priest, and self-described spiritual entertainer was responsible for igniting the passion of countless wisdom seekers to the spiritual and philosophical delights of India, China, and Japan. With Out of Your Mind, you are invited to immerse yourself in 6 of this legendary thinker's most engaging teachings on how to break through the limits of the rational mind and expand your awareness and appreciation for the great game unfolding all around us. Distilled from Alan Watts' pinnacle lectures, Out of Your Mind brings you an inspiring new resource that captures the true scope of this brilliant teacher in action. For those both new to and familiar with Watts, this book invites us to delve into his favorite pathways out of the trap of conventional awareness, including the art of the controlled accidents. What happens when you stop taking your life so seriously and start enjoying it with complete sincerity? How we come to believe the myth of myself, that we are skin-encapsulated egos separate from the world around us, and how to transcend that illusion. Why we must fully embrace chaos and the void to find our deepest purpose. Unconventional and refreshing insights into the deeper principles of Buddhism, Hinduism, Western philosophy, Christianity, and much more. This book, as I've already said, really opened my mind. It's hard to put in words what I got from this book. That's why I read all that stuff to you. I can't put it into words. It's like I was blind and then suddenly I could see, but not in some explosion type of way, just like in a very subtle way. Oh, like that's what it is. Realization after realization happened to me while I was reading this book. The most thing that I got from this book is that going on the spiritual journey is a hoax. That's if you are to get one thing out of this video, this is the message. We go on the spiritual journey, we put so much effort in trying to do what? Get enlightened, get free, stop our suffering. But we forget that the effort we put in our spiritual journey is nothing but an effort to one-up the universe. And so we're back where we started. We never get ahead. And yet the end of the spiritual journey is to realize that you were always there, where you started. I hope this makes sense. Like I said, it's hard to put into words. But basically, that's what I got. That he also describes the interdependence of life and death, that which implies life, and how we should see everything as interdependent, that we cannot really understand this world that we live in because our minds, the human mind, the ego, is so limited. It cannot grasp the world. So don't waste your time trying to grasp reality, grasp the universe, grasp whatever. You may get it conceptually, oh, everything is just an illusion and this and that. Yes, but experientially you'll always feel the same. You'll always feel that you are perceiving, you are sensing, you are alive. And that is what we need to come to, our senses. This is what I got most from this book. It made me say, oh, like all this time I've been preaching, practicing things that were just a waste of time, really. It puts an end to wasted effort. And so the real path is effortless. You are where you want to get to. You are already there, spiritually speaking. Everything you want is already here. And so stop taking life and the world so seriously. Stop being so absorbed in the turmoil that is happening inside of you. Instead, take yourself lightly. Enjoy the simplicity of life, the interdependence of life. And in addition to that, he explains how what we're doing here is a cosmic game of hide and seek. He gets this idea from the Eastern philosophy and religions. Far East, I should say. Where there is the self with a capital S. And this self is playing a game of hide and seek, as all of us, pretending to be somebody in the world, going on adventures, suffering, experiencing love, happiness, and so on, and then death. He says this is all a game of like hide and seek. And so with that said, we should take life less seriously, take it more lightly, take yourself less seriously. And understand that you don't need to try to one-up the universe. Just be as you are. If you can just accept yourself as you already are, with all your flaws and whatever, and the mistakes you've made and everything, just accept yourself as you are. And be present. Come back to your senses. Take life lightly. That's what this book is all about. Now he goes way more in depth. I haven't done any justice to this book by describing it, but I think if you're interested, if you like Alan Watts, if you've listened to him, you should read this book, especially if you haven't read anything from him before. I think this is the second or third time I've read this book, but this time I really got it, what he was saying. So that's my message. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. Peace.